So how is it going, my fellow navigators? Welcome back to the navigation station. How is everybody doing on this wonderful November evening? It is so good to have all of you guys here. So good to have you back for this live Q&A. So guys, it was a big week, big week. But before we jump into that, and if you saw the thumbnail, tonight we're talking all about Shiny Star V. But before we jump into that, let me just go ahead and say hi to everybody coming in the live chat. So first off, we've got Scottamon G and Albert Zhang. What is going on, fellas? So good to have you here, as I said. And for all the rest of you that are flowing in here, again, guys, welcome back to the navigation station. So as I said, guys, we've got some big announcements tonight. Well, big in my opinion. And then also we are going to be diving into Shiny Star V as well. As you guys know, today was the release of Shiny Star V in Japan. So now, if you can get your hands on this product, that's the big question. But they are now out on the market. So before we do that, before we jump into Shiny Star V tonight, I do have a couple announcements that I want to get out there. CJ Do Work, what is going on, my friend? Welcome. Hollow Bleed, we got people starting to roll in now in the live chat. Hollow Bleed, what is going on? Dash Dingo, Natalie White, Ashley Wilcock, and Carbon Derek. All right, everybody is starting to flow in now. So as I said, guys, got some pretty big announcements tonight, and I had to write them down that way I didn't forget them. But the first one I guess it was 2 live streams ago, I made the big overall announcement that both myself and the moderator of these live chats, my good friend Jules from the channel Collecting with Jules, that we were starting our very own podcast where we would be going mainly into the collecting and the investing side of the Pokemon TCG, a little bit into the competitive arena as well. And then ultimately bringing on some guests to give you guys good insight into all those different facets. Well, we've been working on this now for the last couple months, and just wanted to let you guys know that this upcoming Tuesday, which I believe is November 24th, we are going to be dropping our very first episode. And again, you guys can find us out on all of your favorite podcasting platforms, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, all those different resources. And then also we have a YouTube channel as well where we will be posting the video versions of those discussions. So November 24th, this upcoming Tuesday, is when you can look forward to the podcast, the very first episode dropping. Basically that first episode, we're just giving you guys an introduction to ourselves. We're discussing some pretty relevant topics to what is currently going on right now within the TCG, and just kind of giving you an overall introduction to the podcast. But guys, I am so excited about that. Jules and I have a ton of fun conducting that, having these discussions. I mean, honestly, we probably should have recorded a month ago, because we meet each week, and in each of those discussions, they probably themselves could have been podcasts. But first episode will drop this upcoming Tuesday. And I know you guys are probably asking yourselves, well, what about guests? Have you guys talked? Well, I've been in contact with a lot of different people within the Pokemon community. We didn't really expect to get a lot of guests on with this time of year, with most content creators, the collectors, investors being very busy, and then also with the holidays. But I can tell you guys that we do have these people on our radar, and at the very least, by early next year, we will be getting guests on the podcast. So hopefully you guys go and check that out. Again, if you just check down in the video description, you can find the link to our YouTube channel, and then when the podcast actually goes live out on iTunes and Spotify and all those different resources, you can just find us under the Pokemon Purveyors. That is the title of the podcast, and that is where you can find us. All right. So that's just kind of the small announcement here. Now, the other thing, that this isn't necessarily an announcement in and of itself, but it's sort of a prelude to the announcement. So next Friday, we are not going to be having a live stream. That is the day after Thanksgiving. I'm going to be out of town. My family and I, we're going to be visiting family up north in northern Arizona. So we will not be having a live stream next Friday. I will more than likely have a video uploaded on that day. However, because I do like to keep that schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for uploads, or in most cases on Fridays, the live streams. So I probably will have a video on that day, but we will not have a live stream. That is also my birthday. The day after Thanksgiving is also my birthday. So I'm getting old. This is the quote unquote dirty 30 for myself. Yep, turning 30 years old. Never thought that I would actually make it. But yeah, so day after is my birthday. So we got a lot going on. So no live stream next week. However, if you guys haven't noticed yet, we are basically on the home stretch to 5,000 subscribers on the channel. And first of all, I just got to thank you guys for your support. It's been an amazing journey, basically from 0 to now almost 5,000. So with 5,000, that's a pretty big milestone. So as with 1,000 subscribers, I wanted to give back to you guys. So what we are going to be doing the following week, which the following Friday, I believe that is December 4th, we are going to be doing our live stream as usual. But during that live stream, we are going to be opening up this right here. That is a Vivid Voltage full booster box. Yes, 36 packs that we will be opening December 4th live here on the channel. Now, you guys may be thinking, oh, that's great. We get to see a booster box opening, but I didn't forget about you guys as well. I'm going to be doing a giveaway on top of that. Now, before I get to what I'm going to be giving away, first, I have to give a big shout out to really the person that made it possible to do this giveaway and to open this booster box. And that is a guy by the name of Commander Curtis. Now, this gentleman reached out to me here a couple weeks ago. He has a newsletter which goes over basically all of the Pokemon card market, everything that you could possibly want to know about eBay sales, recent trends, Facebook groups that you guys can get into to garner products at a cheaper price. This guy does a really, really great job. So the first thing that I want to do here is I want to show you guys his page. He has this newsletter here, and this is him. This is Commander Curtis. So basically, this is his page here, and down in the video description below, I also have a link to his website where you guys can sign up for the newsletter. And guys, I would honestly highly recommend it. This guy is a 30-year retired Navy veteran, really good guy. I've been talking with him over the last couple weeks, really genuine person, and he just does this on his own time, puts together this full report for the Pokemon card market. And guys, it is really excellent. I have to say it is really excellent. Breaking down everything for eBay sales, what is trending, what has fallen, and it'll really give you guys a good resource that you can look at and utilize on a daily basis. He sends out the emails on pretty much a daily basis, so you guys will get a pulse on what the market is doing, on the daily. So this is his website here. This is where you can go to subscribe to the newsletter. And what I wanted to do and what I wanted to tell you guys is that for this giveaway, as I said, Commander Curtis, he is the one that has made this all possible, and really can't thank him enough for doing this. He wanted to collaborate with me, and after I saw his content, I said, yes, sure, let's go ahead and do it. So for the giveaway, for this upcoming live stream, and to celebrate really 5,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving away one Vivid Voltage Elite Trainer Box. And on top of that, we are going to be giving away 8 Crimson Invasion and Cosmic Eclipse booster packs. Now, there's 4 Cosmic Eclipse and then 4 Guardians Rising booster packs in here that we are going to be giving away for this celebration. So, and then on top of that, I was just talking to Kurt just the other day, and I think he's actually going to throw in another Elite Trainer box to whoever the winner is. So basically, guys, you got 2 Elite Trainer boxes, and then you're getting 8 packs, mix of Cosmic Eclipse and Guardians Rising. Now, you guys are really the first ones to know about this. I haven't announced it on any other platforms, and so I wanted to do it here first because you guys are by far the most committed, honestly. You guys come back each and every week, and so I thought I owed it to you guys first and foremost. So what I'm going to do, basically, in order to get into the giveaway, that week of December 4th, I'll be posting a video, probably my Wednesday upload for that week. And just as we did for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, what I'll do is I'll have you guys comment something in particular down in the comments on that video. And then in the live stream, I will actually I'll utilize a random comment generator, and then we will pick the winner that way. So on top of that, however, in order to get yourselves in, you'll need to comment on that video, and I'll let you guys know when that video is uploaded. But on top of that, you have to be subscribed to the PokéNav channel, as well as subscribed to Commander Curtis's Pokemon Card Market Report. So make sure that you guys do that. You guys are really the first ones to know, so go ahead and do it now. Make sure you're subscribed to both my channel as well as to his newsletter. And then in that Wednesday upload for that week that we're doing the box break, I'll just have you guys comment in the video itself something. Maybe it's hashtag 5000. I haven't come up with it yet, but I will let you guys know. So really cool, guys. Again, I can't thank you enough. We are so close to 5,000 subscribers, and really the community is just growing like crazy, and I really don't see it slowing down anytime soon. So I wanted to give back to you guys, and you guys can also give a big shout out to Commander Curtis for basically providing these products. He did it out of the good of his heart, and really wanted to collaborate with myself and with all of you. So guys, those are pretty much the big announcements for today. Hopefully you guys get excited for this giveaway. I love doing these, and I love connecting with other creators in the community. You know, it's not always just people who create content on YouTube, or deal with the Pokemon cards in this sort of fashion. I really try to help out as many people as I can, to give them exposure, to give them a platform where they can garner more followers, because as I said before, there's a lot of good content out there. Sometimes these people just get overlooked. So through the means that, through this giveaway, I hope you guys will check out Commander Curtis. And then through our podcast as well, we also are planning on bringing, smaller collectors, investors, content creators on to try to help them out as well, because there's a lot of guys and girls out there that Jules and myself both think would provide you guys with a lot of value, and we want to make sure that we bring those to your attention. So that is it, guys. Hopefully you are all excited about that. So let's go ahead. Before we jump into Shiny Star V, I'm just going to jump back into the live chat here real quick and just see what everybody is saying. Oh, and getting a lot of happy birthday wishes. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate that. It is pretty crazy to think I am on the precipice of another decade. Yeah, the 30s. Who would have thought, and what's crazy about that is that I'm nearing the age of 30, and Pokemon has been a part of my life for the vast majority of those 30 years. It really is crazy to think that something has been so consistent in my life for that long, and that's just a true testament to this wonderful hobby. So thank you guys so much for those birthday wishes. I truly appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into Shiny Star V. So as I said, today is the day Shiny Star V releases on, or in Japan, I should say, So now is the time that you guys can potentially be picking these up out on the market. Now, it's not as easy to pick up these Japan exclusive products as it is with products that are released to the rest of the world. What I wanted to do first and foremost is that throughout the last couple weeks on my Pokemon news episodes, I've been giving you guys updates with the set list, giving you guys updates on the new cards that are released, everything like that. Well, now we are on Bulbapedia, and you can actually jump on Bulbapedia now, and you can see the full set list for Shiny Star V. So we can, just go through here. It's a crazy large set, guys. I mean, 190 regular cards, and then that's not including the Shiny Vault, all of the secret rares, alternate arts, everything like that. There is actually in total 330 cards in this set. Massive. You guys are getting Cosmic Eclipse packs for this giveaway. This is very reminiscent of Cosmic Eclipse. Huge set here, but a lot of wonderful cards in here as well. So again, if you want to see the full set list for Shiny Star V, see all of the cards that are included, I would just hop on over to Bulbapedia and you can check it out there. Now, as far as purchasing products, I've been getting a lot of questions from the community asking me, where do I get my products? And as I hate to tell you guys, but for the Japan exclusive products, I'm in the same boat as most of you. I just pick these up when they hit the secondary market. And I know a lot of the time they're hitting at a premium, and that can be really tough for a lot of people to pay that premium. Personally, I don't pick up these right off the bat. I usually let them kind of the prices die down a little bit, and then I'll go out and I'll swoop them up, once those prices have dropped back down to a normal range. So here we are on eBay. I'll just give you guys a little bit of a pulse of what these booster boxes are currently going for Shiny Star V. As you can see, most of them around that $100 range. Some it looks like you can scoop up for a little less than $100. And this is just on eBay, guys. There's other resources that you can check on out there. Usually places like Troll and Toad will have these. DA Card World will have these as well. I think they're out of stock though recently. This has been a really popular set, so I don't foresee these being in stock on there. Just looking at some of the sold listings, here's one. $83 that sold, $78. It looks like some of the individual cards are starting to come out on the open market as well. So that's kind of what you can expect at this point, is that, most of these cards, they're going to be at a premium at this point, unfortunately. But, if you guys want to pick them up now, then you can by all means do so. If you do, if you can wait a little bit, that's kind of what I would recommend, is just waiting on this particular set, waiting for some of those prices to die down, because chances are they will still be there. But all in all, guys, I have to say Shiny Star V, from an investment perspective, that's the other question that I've been getting a lot from the community is, what are the prospects for this in regards to long-term or even short-term investment value? And, I've heard the term thrown around a lot. A lot of people are calling this Hidden Fates 2.0. And in many ways, I have to agree with that. I think that it is very close to a Hidden Fates type of set. And the funny thing is, I've also heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, this set doesn't even compare to Hidden Fates. It's not worth it." Things like that. Well, I can remember back when Hidden Fates was coming out that a lot of people were saying the same thing, that it wasn't really worth it. And then, we got to Black Friday, the Hidden Fates tins were going for $10 a pop. So I feel like things are kind of always looked differently in retrospect. You know what I mean? And I think probably the same people who are saying that are going to look back in a year and probably say the same thing about Shiny Star V. But with that being said, the difference here is that we almost have, it has not been confirmed officially yet, but we have a very strong assumption here that the Shiny Star V is going to be our 25th anniversary set. So released to really the rest of the world. The 25th anniversary set, which will be releasing in February of next year. Shiny Star V appears to be, at this point, the main front runner, and it's looking very, very good that this will be our set for the 25th anniversary. So that brings you to another, topic here of, should I invest in Shiny Star V or should I wait for the 25th anniversary set? Well, I can tell you guys one thing. I was talking about maybe waiting a little while before you start buying up Shiny Star V. I can almost guarantee you guys that when the 25th anniversary set hits, the Shiny Star V, the prices on that are going to drop pretty significantly, in my opinion, probably back to MSRP because of the hype of the 25th anniversary. So if you guys aren't able to get your hands on the on Shiny Star V, then I would say just hold out for the 25th anniversary set. Now, I can't guarantee you guys the Shiny Star V will in fact be that set, but it is looking very, very likely that it is going to be so. So that's another thing that you can do. You can just hold out for the 25th anniversary set. And Jules and I were actually talking about it the other night. I would not be surprised if we didn't get not only the Shiny Star V in the 25th anniversary, but we also got more in there as well. And to me, and we'll get into my hypothesis here in a little bit, but I think they might be including something in there that you guys are really going to like. So that's kind of my take on Shiny Star V, guys. If you can get it, and especially at MSRP, if you've got a third party that you can buy from, maybe from Japan, you guys are in a great position. Then I would say, yeah, let's go ahead and order it now. But if not, I wouldn't fret. The prices, let them die down over the next couple months, and I think they'll come back down to around that MSRP range, especially as we get closer to the 25th anniversary set. And if we do finally get that confirmation that it is going to be the 25th anniversary set, I think you guys will be in a good way to pick up Shiny Star V at a good price. All right, so that is it for Shiny Star V. That was kind of my big synopsis. I know I've been talking about it a lot over the last couple weeks. So that is my overall synopsis on Shiny Star V, what I think you guys could potentially do. I guess I didn't answer long-term, short-term value. I think long-term, Shiny Star V probably going to be in the same ballpark as Hidden Fates, in my opinion. I think that I think Pokemon is now going to release a set similar to this, probably every year, maybe every other year. With Hidden Fates being so immensely popular, and with the hype around Shiny Star V, I think they're going to release sets like this probably every other year, if not every year, because of the overall popularity. So I think these are going to be great, maybe annual or every other year type of thing that people are going to really look back on fondly over the long term. So I think long-term investment, I think it's going to be great. Short term, if you guys are trying to flip stuff like this, it's going to be tough, like I said, unless you've got like a third-party dealer that you can get MSRP from. Then if you are, maybe short term, you might be able to flip it. But I would say if you're going to, probably is going to need to be done over the next couple months, because as we get closer to the 25th anniversary set, I imagine prices are going to go down. So there you go, guys. That is my take. Let's go ahead and jump into the live chat and see what everybody is saying. Hey, Mini Me Mole, thank you so much for that super chat, my friend. I really do appreciate it. He says, my man, the beard is looking good. How's everything going? Been out of the loop for a couple weeks due to surgery. Well, hey man, first of all, hope everything went well with your surgery. Wish you the quickest of recoveries. What are the next items to look out for? Much love, AZ represent. Well, hey man, if you're from Arizona, I don't know where everybody else is joining us from, but here in the desert, it was a high of 85 here today. It's mid-November, basically end of November, and we are still in the mid-80s here. So we have fantastic weather here in the desert, especially during the winter and the spring and the fall as well. So, Mini Me Mole, what am I looking out for? Well, first of all, the beard. So you guys can, as long as I'm doing YouTube for the next few years, you guys can expect the beard during the fall and the winter. I grow it out every year first day of fall, and I shave it off the first day of spring. So that's just kind of my thing. It's kind of the thing that I do. So I like to be a little bit of a man of mystery, a little bit incognito, different points of the year. But what am I looking out for? This is something you guys are actually going to hear in this upcoming podcast. Jules and I actually get into this very topic of what is on our radar from a collecting and an investing perspective. And I'll tell you guys, from a collecting perspective, one of the areas that I've been focusing on is Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge. And the reason being is that for some reason, when I was a kid, I never got those sets. I never got cards from those sets, and I don't know why. I basically skipped from Legendary Collection right into Neo, and really never garnered any of the Gym series. So from a collection perspective, especially moving into the new year, that's kind of one of my resolutions, I guess you could say, is that focusing on the Gym series, collecting those cards. Would love to get some sealed booster boxes as well. Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes, they're still pretty pricey, but not nearly as much as a lot of other WotC sets. So I would love to get some sealed product as well. Maybe even just some theme decks. If I'm not able to get the booster boxes, even some of the theme decks, just some sealed booster packs as well. But obviously getting some of those graded cards. And I know a lot of people, their favorite set is Gym Challenge because of the Charizard that's in there, but I actually really enjoy Gym Heroes because my favorite gym leaders, Brock and Misty, were featured in that set. So I'm actually a big fan of Gym Heroes over Gym Challenge, just because I really like Brock and Misty. But yeah, from a collecting perspective, that is really what I'm focusing on right now, and kind of moving on into the future. As far as investing is concerned, you guys might have heard I talked about it in a previous live stream. One of the series that I've been looking at heavily, and that I'm going to be garnering product from, is the black and white era. I really think black and white is being slept on right now, and a lot of beautiful cards. The first time that we saw full arts from a series that was back in black and white, and that's really where I'm focusing right now. Booster boxes still very reasonable, even for some of the great sets like Plasma Freeze, Plasma Blast, Plasma Storm, all, in my opinion, good prices at this point compared to other sets. And I think personally it just kind of falls in a Goldilocks zone. It doesn't have the high price point of a lot of other vintage. It's not really modern anymore. I mean, most of those sets are going on close to 10 years old now. So I think it falls in a good range there. So for me personally, from an investing perspective, really wanting to focus on black and white. So that's kind of what I have been looking at here. I just did a video not too long ago. I believe it was Tuesdays. Again, talking about undervalued Pokemon cards. Really reignited my passion for the old Wizards of the Coast promos as well. So plan on getting more of those, both from a collection perspective as well as investing. So yeah, that's kind of where I am headed with my mindset, moving on in the next few months and on into next year. And then obviously products coming out next year, 25th anniversary, when we get closer to the Olympics. I think there's going to be a ton of great products coming out around the 2021 Olympics. So I'll be focusing on that. And that's kind of where I am headed. So Mini Me Mole, again, thank you so much for that super chat and for that question, my friend. Really appreciate it. All right, got to hydrate here. I've been talking nonstop since we started. All right. So let's get into some of these other questions here. And Justin Dang says, how much do you bench press? Not nearly as much as I used to. My wife, she's a physical therapist, and I tell her all the time that the reason I married her was so that she could basically keep me functioning for the rest of our lives. If you guys don't know, I played college football, ran college track as well, and all those years of punishment really did a number on my body. So nowadays, I just kind of take it easy working out. Still work hard, still hit, the gym or the track, 5-6 days a week, but definitely am not pushing the weight anymore. And now I don't really go over like 225 for bench press. Just focus on those reps. Try to keep the body healthy. I got a family. I got a daughter to take care of. Dad can't be broken down 24/7, so you got to take it easy. All right, let's see. Respect my gangster. Hey man, welcome to the live stream. Good to have you here. Let's see what questions we got going on. So we've got a question here. What is better in your opinion, Champion's Path or Vivid Voltage? I've said it before. I think from a full set list, Vivid Voltage is much more complete than Champion's Path. Champion's Path had a lot of hype and was great in that it had those 2 Charizards, but really outside of that, there wasn't much for Champion's Path, in my opinion. The cards outside of those Charizards really weren't that great. There was a lot of reprints. I think Vivid Voltage, personally, from an overall set, is better than Champion's Path. But also, those 2 Charizards from Champion's Path, quite valuable, and I'm sure they will remain so, moving on into the future. So if you're looking to complete master sets, if you're maybe looking to, have more product, obviously Vivid Voltage is going to offer that. It's going to give you a more variety of products that you can purchase and hold on to, for the long term, or perhaps flip. But yeah, I would say, in my opinion, as an overall set, I would say that Vivid Voltage is better. All right, let's see. So we got a question here. This is interesting, and I don't know that I'm familiar with this. Motley who says, with your mention of the Japanese premium files, have you ever taken a look at the 2005 PokePark premium files? They were given out for going on attractions at the theme park. Oh, you know what? I think, it's funny you mentioned that. I think I am familiar with these. Let's go ahead and take a look. In fact, let's go ahead and let's just jump out on Google and let's take a look at these. Park. All right, let me go ahead and bring you guys in here. All right, so again, I am on Bulbapedia here. So for those of you that don't know, and I definitely need a refresher myself, the PokePark Premium Files are a special pair of promotional file folders released on March 18th, 2005 in commemoration of the opening of the PokePark theme park. Let's take a look at these. Oh, yeah. Oh, these are cool. Oh, especially that one. PokePark Blue, PokePark Forest. Let's see some of the cards that they have in there. Oh yeah, these look awesome. And I have a little bit of cursory knowledge on these. I remember, I don't have an in-depth knowledge on these, but I do remember hearing about these at some point. But yeah, these really look awesome. And again, even though I don't have a whole lot of knowledge in this particular area, I like anything that is commemorative, that is released around a particular celebration. Recently we had the new Pokemon Center opened in Japan, and we got like the whole line of products released around that. We got the card specific to that, the Milotic. I like any of those type of products that are commemorative and that celebrate a particular event. So let's take a look on eBay, see what some of these are going for. Let's see. PokePark Premium Files. Man, I am not seeing. Wow. Let me take it off of sold listings. Wow, yeah, I am not. I mean, there's a few of maybe the cards. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on here. Wow, that's pretty surprising. Yeah, so who knows, guys? This might actually be an opportunity here, maybe something to look at, and that's actually something I'm going to do a little bit more research in, my friend. I appreciate you. Appreciate you bringing that to my attention. That definitely seems like a potential product that I'll be looking at. So. Yeah, guys, opportunities. This is what I've said before is like, I've been doing this for, 4 years now. And there is things that I learn about every single day. There is so many products within this hobby. It is almost impossible. Nobody could know all of them. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of different products out there. And, it's really just being able to come across these, seeing if there's potential there, and then basically scooping up while you can, and then when the market, as more people flood in, as more people become aware of these products, that's when you see that surge. That's when you see that spike in price. So yeah, it's a lot of people are saying that. Yeah, that's the thing. I barely see any for sale. Yeah, I was surprised that I didn't find a single one on eBay. That's pretty surprising, honestly. So yeah, that's definitely something to take a look at, guys. Definitely something to take a look at. So Motley Who, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that question. All right, let's see here. What other questions we got rolling in? Oh, 10 p.m. Pedro says, what is your favorite card of all time? Mine is the Japanese Shining Magikarp. Love the design and hollow pattern. It's hard to say. It's not really hard to say. Like for me, my favorite Pokemon is Mewtwo, and I love the Shining Mewtwo from Neo. That's probably the card that sentimentally means the most to me. But other than that, I also the old promo Mew card, the Wizards of the Coast Black Star promo card for Mew. I think that was the very first card that I ever got as a kid. So that also means a lot to me. So, for me personally, it's not about how much or how valuable a card is that, indicates that it's my favorite. There's a lot of things, things that remind me more or less of my childhood. But I would have to say probably the Shining Mewtwo from Neo. Just because Mewtwo's my favorite Pokemon, and I love that card. One of the first Shining Pokemon to ever be released. You had the Shining Gyarados and the Shining Magikarp from Neo Revelation. I believe those were the very first Shining Pokemon, and that's one of the reasons why I love Neo so much. It just introduced so many unique cards to the hobby that it really set the precedent for everything, in my opinion, for years and years to come. All right, let's see here. At what price should we be buying Shiny Star V right now? What's going on the open market? What price should you be paying, and what price will you actually be paying? Very different things. It looks like right now you might be able to scoop them up on different websites for maybe around $80. With today being release day, I imagine prices they're probably going to be jacked up because of today. More than likely, you're probably going to be paying over $100 for a booster box. But as I said, if you guys can't afford that right now, give it time, guys. Give it time. Closer we get to the 25th anniversary, if you want to get Shiny Star V, I guarantee they're going to be coming down. I would say on average, $85, probably about average for what you pay right now. But as I said, that's too steep for you. Give it time. Just give it time. And guys, you can look at that from just the previous sets. Look at Champion's Path, how much it was going for before. Now that Vivid Voltage is released, everybody's attention is focused on that. Prices have just dropped right back down to basically MSRP. So, that's just the nature of the beast. People are always looking for the next thing, and when they're focused on that, everything that came before it is going to drop in price, at least for a period of time. Ultra modern, especially products released this year, as you go along in time, obviously it's going to appreciate. But especially the previous set, it's going to drop. So if you can't afford it now, just give it a little bit of time. Zach Fate says Hidden Fates reprint coming soon? Question mark. Can't find any anywhere. I've said this before. I would not be surprised if Hidden Fates tins hit around Black Friday. So next a week from today. God, it's crazy to say that. But a week from today, I would not be surprised if you saw Hidden Fates tins out in your stores for probably $10. Would not be surprised. Not banking on it. Don't have any insider information. But I would say be on the lookout. Definitely be on the lookout because I think those tins are probably going to hit the market again. All right, Trail Vision says, in your opinion, what is the most underrated modern set to invest in? Whew, that is tough. I mean, underrated. I mean, I said it for the longest time. You guys are probably gonna want to stab me for saying it again because I say it so much. But I said for the longest time, guys, that Evolutions was the most underrated set. And, we're seeing that now. We're seeing that now with prices. I have a lot of people tell me, oh, the prices are going back down again. Prices are falling. I look out on the open market and I'm like, I don't know what data that you guys are looking at, but to me, it seems like it's just going up. Before the average price was sitting around $400 and then it was about $430. Now it's well over $450 that I see most booster boxes for Evolutions going for. Especially if you're looking on sites like Troll and Toad, DA Card World. You look on eBay and that's the same thing. They're going for around that $450 price point. Now, do I think it's going to have another surge like it did again, guys? I don't. Personally, I don't. I don't think it's going to see another surge. But I think it's going to be progressive. I think it's going to go up. And so I don't know. I know I drone on about it constantly, but I just felt like, and I still feel like it's still pretty underrated, in comparison. Looking at other modern sets, I'm also a big fan of Generations. Really like Generations, especially the Elite Trainer boxes. Talked about the Radiant Collection from Generations. Still think that is a sleeper set. Beyond that, it's probably, I think you're going to start seeing more XY products start to see more growth, especially as we go on into next year. I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see maybe XY base set start to increase in value. Obviously, you've got Evolutions. Obviously, you've got Flashfire, which, man, I mean, what's crazy to think is that from a growth rate perspective, the booster box for Flashfire has actually grown more over the course of this year than the first edition base set booster box. Now, granted, you're talking about a lot more money, but from strictly a growth rate percentage, Flashfire has grown even more. And it's just baffling to me. It's baffling. I mean, don't get me wrong, Flashfire is an amazing set, but man, I could not have expected it to grow so much. And I had the opportunity to get more of those earlier this year, back in like January, December of last year. And I don't know everything, guys. I don't know. It's not like I have a magic ball. You just do the best that you can and try to forecast best that you can. But there's always going to be things that pass you by. But there's always going to be opportunities as well. All right, let's see. A lot of people still asking how much I bench. Man, I don't know. I guess I need to get a bigger T-shirt or something because I don't know. I must be looking. Maybe, but I guess it's probably the lights. Probably the lights making me look bulky tonight. I don't know, but yeah, a lot of people interested in that. But yeah, not nearly as much as I used to. It's kind of sad, Like I said, next week's my birthday, turning 30. So I'm sure it's all downhill from there. All downhill. All right, let me get to some of these more recent questions here. All right, and I'm going to do my best to try to get through. I know I go on tangents, guys. I'm going to try to get through more questions here tonight if I can. do sealed. Oh, here's a good question. Best set under $250 to invest in for a long-term investment to hold on to sealed 20 plus years. So when you're saying set, you know, if you, okay, you know, you have to ask yourself, okay, is it $250 for the or less for a booster box, or do you have $250 total to spend, maybe on a monthly basis? You know, if that's the case, you know, I would, if let's say that $250 is your maximum that you're spending each month, I would be looking, in my opinion, I would be looking at, you know, it's tough because it's a lower threshold for capital that you're able to purchase products. So $250, a lot of the times that's going to be things like booster packs. Now you can still get booster packs for around that price. A lot of it's going to be unlimited. You can look into EX era, even Diamond and Pearl era, again, Black and White era. But now, you know, it's booster boxes. If you're wanting to get for $250, you're going to have to come into Modern, Ultra Modern in order to get that. And with Modern and Ultra Modern, it's going to be one of those that's a long-term investment, which I know you're talking about 20 plus years. That's a really long-term investment. So I would say, so $250, I would say, you know, looking at things like probably, you know, I don't even know. Let me see what, I want to see what Burning Shadows booster boxes are going for. Let's see. It looks like they're going for around, around 300 at this point. Well, no, there's some around. Let me go ahead and pull you guys in. Looks like there is some for around that price range. So, you know, Burning Shadows, I think would be a good one. Honestly, that was an immensely popular set. And you know, you got the Charizard in there as well. So I think really long-term, 20 plus years, $250, that might be a good booster box to go ahead and pick up. Beyond that, you know, Evolutions has gone over that at this point. You know, some of the Elite Trainer boxes, let me see what some of those are going for. I'm sure they're more than this by this point. Well, not quite. You know, here you've got the Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes. I think this would be another good one under $250 that you could look into. You know, they are going to have, I forgot about that. They are going to have a reprint supposedly of these Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes early next year. So it might actually be a good time to go ahead and pick you know, a few of those up. You might be able to get them at a little bit cheaper price point. But as I said, you know, for a $250 budget, if maybe that's your budget for the month, or if that is you know, what you're, you know, willing to spend on any particular product, it's kind of that's kind of the route that I would take personally. You know, looking at maybe Hidden Fates Elite Trainer box, looking at Burning Shadows booster box. You can still get booster packs for under that $250 price point. You know, you can get Wizards of the Coast. A lot of the time, it's going to be unlimited packs, but that's okay. You know, it just doesn't have that first edition stamp on it. Just not going to carry quite that premium. But over the long term, guys, 20 plus years, I think those are probably going to be good investments. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to get, as I said, through as many questions as I can. – 10 p.m. Pedro says, makes a good point here, saying that GX Ultra Shiny and Shiny Star V very similar. I was kind of thinking the same thing too. You know, that GX Ultra Shiny, that's a great set as well. You know, that's another one that I think if you're able to scoop up long-term value, I think that's a really nice long-term investment. Tongan Wilson, what do you think about Flash Fire? So many Charizards. Yeah, I was just talking about it, man. You know, great set. The growth that it's seen over the course of 2020 is just tremendous. I just foresee it continuing to go up, as we move on into the future. And I think those other XY sets probably going to start seeing some growth as well as we move on into 2021. All right, let's see. The stacking stoner says, I want to buy something right now. Don't we all? Especially when we get together like this. It's like it's probably not a good thing, because we all just basically pressure each other into buying stuff, unbeknownst, of course, But yeah, we all get together, a bunch of collectors, bunch of investors that love Pokemon, and yeah, it never fails. You're going to go out and you're going to buy something after this. All right. Oh, okay. Just jumped to another section in the live chat. So hopefully I didn't miss any questions. All right. Let's see. Should people, Salman Irfan says, should people invest on low pop PSA slabs even if it's not sought after at this moment? That's a good question, man. Low pop PSA slabs. There's always this thing about products being overlooked, undervalued. You really have to look at it, and you have to say to yourself, what kind of desire will investors have for something like this? Is there something specific about it that maybe stands out, that maybe other people will be really looking at maybe later on down the line? And with the slabs, low pop. Here's the thing. Low pop, in my opinion, is one area that you guys definitely want to look at. Look at cards and look at the population reports on PSA, on Beckett, and look at those pop reports, and that'll give you an indication, guys, of cards that might be sleepers at this point. Those are definitely areas to look at, because if these pops are super low, and people realize that the demand is going to exceed the supply by and large. So that's definitely something that you should be looking at. Something I look at is pop reports. One of the cards, you look at Legendary Collection, a lot of the reverse holo foils for Legendary Collection, really low pops. And one is because it's really hard to grade. It's hard to get like a PSA 10 in those cards. You basically spread the holo foil out over the entire card. That's going to make it even more difficult to try to get that PSA 10. All right, so Thomas Rosario says, hey, any thoughts on Pokemon level X cards? I am looking into them for some great long-term value, and they look great to me as well. I agree with you, man. The level X cards, that was the cornerstone of a generation of cards, those level X cards. And again, I was talking about the black and white series, the introduction of full art cards. Same thing here with the level X cards. That was the again, the cornerstone of a generation of cards. So I really like that. I like when cards set a precedence for future sets. So I think those level X cards, I was kind of include them in that same area of, uniqueness and, really setting the precedence for things to come in the future. And we don't have that anymore. So that's definitely something that collectors, investors are going to be looking at. All right, and Adelina's Adventures, thank you so much for that super chat, my friend. I do appreciate it. Thanks for the stream. It makes my Fridays better. Well, I'm super glad to hear that. Really glad to hear that. And it makes my Friday better as well, coming together with all of you guys, answering questions. I do them to the best of my ability. I tell you guys all the time, I don't have all the answers, but I try to give you guys, what insight that I do have. And in the end, I do it just so, hopefully it helps you guys, and hopefully, it improves your ability to be a better collector and investor. So Adelina's Adventures, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Rodolfo Paulo says, do you think Walgreens mystery boxes and Walmart mystery boxes are a good investment in large quantity? I mean, I think it would have to be really large quantity. I know those Walgreens boxes, a lot of people have been pulling some pretty crazy packs out of those. But I don't know. I mean, I think they're still few and far between. So I don't know. I think that maybe if you're buying in really large quantity, it might be worth it. But if you're just trying to pick a few of them up, I really don't agree with those mystery boxes. Personally, I don't purchase them myself. It's too much of a gamble for me. I mean, granted, you're still going to have packs in there, but a lot of the time they're just, packing them with kind of subpar packs that not a lot of people want. But you might hit that banger in there every so often and pull out something great. So that's it's just a gamble. But for long-term investment, I'd say you'd have to get something really large in quantity to really make it worth it. All right, let's see here. Let me go ahead and hydrate. Hey, there's my man, Polish Rob in the house, everybody. Let's get that super chat train going. What is going on, Rob? Good to have you here, buddy. If you guys didn't watch it yet, again, I did a podcast with Polish Rob. Gosh, probably a few weeks ago now, but I had a lot of fun with that. Rob and I got into some great discussions, great topics. He's a great guy, too. Has an awesome channel. You guys can learn a lot of good information from him as well. Brian Feliciano says, is Champions Path ETBs worth holding? I think so. I think, with Champions Path, it's that subset, it was the 3.5. It's one of those holiday sets where that's, basically the products you get. You maybe get the pin collections. You also get the ETB. So I think, even though, like I said, Vivid Voltage as a full complete set, I think is better. I still think Champions Path, people are going to look back really fondly with those 2 Charizards in that set. Plus, it's small. It's a little bit more attainable to try to complete. So I think Champions Path ETB is probably a good long-term investment. 10 plus years at the very minimum, though. Mike Tawny, hey, thank you for that super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. And guys, I have to say, all these super chats, memberships, everything like that, it gets poured right back into the channel. In fact, when we get back from the holidays, the studio here is going to be looking a little bit different. I'm investing in some better lighting. I'm going to be investing in some more artwork for the walls. All these different things that hopefully, make your viewing experience better. I've said before, I'm not the most technically adept individual, nor am I the most aesthetically gifted person. For me, I'm just trying to provide value on the channel. But I know that the viewing experience and the aesthetics and everything that goes into a YouTube channel is also important, and I want to provide that to you guys. So just know the super chats, memberships, super stickers, everything like that goes right back into the channel to try to make it better for you guys. So thank you very much. Oh, and Adelina's Adventures coming back with another super chat. The choo-choo, the super chat chain is rolling. Hey, thank you for that, guys. I really do appreciate that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to a few more questions here, and then we will call it a night. Oh, here we go. 10 p.m. Pedro sending a Shining Mew and Ho-Oh in my next submission also. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. That Shining Mew and the Ho, those are absolute beautiful cards. And I know I talked about in the last live stream I was going to do a PSA submission video with you guys, and to be honest, I didn't get the video, didn't come out right, and so I didn't post it. But I may actually just go ahead and show you guys maybe in just my social Instagram some of the cards that I'm going to be submitting here soon through Graded Gem, and hopefully get those back in the next few months. Got some beautiful cards in there, cards that are from my own personal collection, cards from that I've purchased, and also cards that I've received from just from other people. So I'm really excited about that. Oh, I'm glad I said your name right. Mike, I wasn't sure, man. I'm glad I nailed it. All right, let's see. What's your thought on 1996 Japanese base set as a long-term investment? Kevin, excellent question, my friend. I love Japanese products. Think about it, guys. Think about it. This was the very first set. Prior to first edition base set, those 1996 base set Japanese booster boxes, or just really any of those products, those were the first Pokemon cards, the first Pokemon card products. I think it's a wonderful investment. Long and short, I think that it is going to be a great long-term investment. So Kevin, thank you for that question. Hollow Bleed, hey, love it, investing back into the channel. Hey, that's the way that I've always approached anything, any kind of business endeavor. In the beginning, everything pretty much gets reinvested right back into the business. When I started out in real estate, it was the same way. It just got reinvested. Right, didn't take any money from it. It got reinvested right back in to basically garnering other assets. And this is the same thing here. It's a business. I try to treat it as a business, even though it's a ton of fun and I absolutely love it. I want to give you guys a good experience, and I want to make sure that the channel is at a place that I'm happy with and that I'm proud of, from all different angles, before, I as a creator start, making money for myself off of it. So that's just kind of my philosophy. Is XY Breakthrough worth investing long term? I was just talking about it, Rodolfo. I think XY, that whole series over the next year, maybe 2 years, I think you're going to steadily see those sets starting to increase in value, because they're starting to get on in age, much like myself. They're starting to get on in age, and I think you're going to start to see a lot of those XY sets start to increase. So I think Breakthrough, it falls right in there. It's a little bit newer, but I think it's right in that same kind of classification of products that I think are going to have some growth over the next few years, and especially over the long term. XY, I think as a complete series, I think it was great. In my opinion, I really liked XY. There was a lot of really cool sets in there, so I think people will recognize that 5-10 years down the road. All right, let's see here. How do you inventory your cards? Excel? Yeah, usually keep just an Excel spreadsheet, just to keep inventory. I still do a lot of pen and paper too. I'm just that kind of guy where I'll put pen to paper and document inventory on there. I mean, back in the day, especially back in 2017, 2018, when I was doing a lot more buying and selling, definitely. I had to keep a lot of that on Excel just to keep track. Nowadays, as things have started to slow down more and less of my attention has been focused on the buying and selling aspect, a lot of the time I'll just put pen to paper and just keep that in a folder. Because for me, I like to visually see it. Plus, when I write it, it also trigger something in my brain to where I remember it better, and I can actually almost identically look back and remember that. Adelina's Adventures, what's the P.O. Box address again where we can send art to? That is, in fact, I will put it in here for you guys, and I would love it, guys. I mean, if any of you out there, if you guys have any kind, if you guys are artists, designers, anything like that, if there's anything that I would totally appreciate that, and I will happily and proudly display that here in the navigation station. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys that P.O. box in case you want to send something. And I know I sent it a little bit before, so let me get you the let me get you the city too. There you go. And hey, Adelina's Adventures, I truly appreciate that. And guys, to all of you, I mean, if there's something that you'd like to send in, like I said, I would be so grateful to and proud to display that here. Just the fact of being able to connect with so many of you, and there's so many people that I've been able to meet and connect with since I started this whole journey. And I have to say, this is just one of the most kind-hearted and generous communities that I've ever been a part. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see here. Let's get to a couple more questions here, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a night, guys. I know I said that before. Oh, here we go. What do you think of the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era? Love those cards, Josh, especially the Legend cards. I think the Legend cards are definitely undervalued at this point. I know they're starting to climb, especially more people have been talking about them recently, but I think Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and especially those Legend cards, I think those are going to be poised for really nice growth over the long term. So yeah, definitely, if you haven't been keeping your eye on Heart Gold, Soul Silver, if you haven't been keeping your eye on those Legend cards, I would highly recommend that. All right, let's see here. Thoughts on the Vivid Voltage build and battle boxes with the possibility of getting the Zard going up in value in 5 to 10 years. That's the product that I actually recommended, from a short-term perspective. If you're wanting to flip that product, of all the products from Vivid Voltage, I would recommend the build and battle boxes because of the promo cards in there. A lot of people really chasing those promo cards, especially that Charizard promo card. So I think the build and battle boxes, if you were looking for a short-term investment, meaning less than 5 years, those are the products that I would recommend. Team Trubbish says, PokéNav, are you aware that your name is the same as a Pokemon card? Yeah, actually, and I've been looking to actually get some of those cards. I can't remember the exact sets. I want to say one was Diamond and Pearl era, and one was more recent. But yeah, I've been looking to get those cards and probably get them graded to display in here as well. So even in the show, though, I mean, you can go back to the game, back to the show. The PokéNav was a tool that you could use, and actually, I believe in the game it was a tool to I think to gauge a Pokemon's feelings or emotions. It was from Generation 3, so from oh gosh, why am I blanking on it now? From Ruby and Sapphire. It was in that game. I think that was the first time it was featured. So yeah, the name PokéNav, I guess I'll give you guys this breakdown. So the name PokéNav, the way that I came up with it is, for one, I'm a big travel enthusiast. My wife and I, our family, we like to travel, like to go places, see new things. So that whole navigation thing kind of played into it. And then, as I was thinking about the name for the channel, I did remember, the PokéNav, and I thought that fit so perfectly of, being able to navigate the world of Pokemon. And I thought it was very fitting, and I thought it fit me, and my interests. And yeah, that's kind of how I came to the conclusion of naming the channel PokéNav. Lances90 says, where can I find Vivid Voltage boxes? There's nothing in my stores anymore. Too many scalpers. It's tough right now. I know that. I always recommend the local card game shops. That's usually places that I go. I would also maybe take a look online as well. I know online is going to be tough, but even places like Troll and Toad, DA Card World, those are usually good resources as well. And then, yeah, probably card game shops. I know it's that for me personally, with booster boxes, that's usually where I get booster boxes from, is a card shop. Now you can get your distributor license, you can get set up as a business, and you can get your distributor license. If you're going to be purchasing in big bulk, that's always an option, which is something that I used to do. I don't do it anymore. But that is something that you can consider going down that route. But typically you're going to have to buy in big orders in order to do that. Oh, PokeSoar just got here. What was the announcement? So the big announcement is, I'll go ahead because I know there's probably a lot of people joining in that didn't hear it because I said it early on. So basically, big announcements. One, our first episode of the Pokemon Purveyors podcast, that is going to go up live, That is going to be uploaded next Tuesday, November 24th. So both on our YouTube channel as well as all of the other podcasting platforms, you'll be able to find it on there. Also, we are about to hit 5,000 subscribers, so we are going to be celebrating with a giveaway. Now, as part of that, we're going to be hosting a live stream where I'm going to be opening a full booster box of Vivid Voltage. And then the giveaway is going to be 1 Elite Trainer box, and then we're going to have 8 packs, which is a mixture of Guardians Rising and Cosmic Eclipse. And basically, to enter into that giveaway, what you're going to need to do is down in the video description, you will find a link to Commander Curtis's newsletter. He is the one that basically sponsored this giveaway. So you'll need to subscribe to his newsletter. You'll need to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And then that week, which the live stream should be on December 4th. So probably on that Wednesday prior, I will upload a video, and in there I will have you guys comment on that, and then in the live stream we will do a random comment generator to pick the winner. So yeah, if you want to get entered in that, just go ahead and follow those rules, and then when it comes to the video released, I guess that would be on the 2nd, December 2nd, you'll just comment on there, and then we will pick the winner on December 4th. So yeah, guys, definitely look forward to that. Look forward to cracking open this booster box and looking forward to giving away some more products. Hey, Arlu, thank you for that super chat. Great content and work. What do you think of Japanese promos and holding long term? You know, I've said it before, probably as much as I've talked about evolutions. I love Japanese products, especially the Japanese promo cards. You know, these are a lot of the time really exclusive products, and they're beautiful, and they're typically in better condition than English equivalents or the rest of the world. A lot of the Japanese products are just of a higher quality. So, you know, if you're looking to get them graded, chances are you have a higher chance of those cards coming back higher grade with them being Japanese. So I definitely think Japanese promos, much like a lot of other promo cards out there, I think are definitely undervalued, I would say, at this point. And I do see some good growth for those moving on into the future. And actually brings me to another point. One of the other cards that I was talking about with Jules the other night, we were having a conversation about, was the banned cards, the Japanese banned cards. You know, that those cards, you know, I can't believe that they're going for some of the prices that they are. You know, we were just looking the other day, like a Misty's Tears PSA 10, like $240. You know, to me, for a banned card, you know, it's a card that you're really gonna only be able to get out of Japan and Japan products, and a card that has that kind of connotation around it. I think those are definitely something to be looking at. So, you know, along with those Japanese promos, Arlu, I would be looking at other Japanese products as well. Maybe even look at some of those banned cards, and again, holding those on long term. And for me, guys, again, my threshold for long term is 5+ years. That's what I consider long term. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you very, very much for that super chat. Yeah, and Rodolfo makes a good point here. He says, I would get more Japanese cards, but ever since PokéRev opened that Japanese fake Neo Genesis box, I've been really skeptical about them. It is true. It is true. You know, I had a video a long time ago about detecting fake products, and that's one of the tough things with Japanese products is, like, you know, when we look at like a booster box like this, for instance, you know, you've got the Pokemon logo across the shrink wrap in the front. With a lot of those Japanese sets, you don't have those same features on the box itself, and even the the shrink wrap themselves, they're getting really good at faking those and making them seem very authentic. So it is definitely a risk, and that's where you really have to pay your due diligence and make sure. And I'm sure he did, guys. I'm sure he did. I mean, the guy knows his stuff. But trying to have reliable sources that you're going to, and it can be tough. It can be tough. I wish there was a way that we could, kind of form a coalition, so to speak, to validate products. You know what I mean? I think the only way that you could give 100% certainty that a product was genuine would be you'd have to break the seal. You'd have to break the seal. You'd have to look inside, at the product itself. So who knows? Maybe at some point it may come to that. It may come to a point where, you have to come to the decision as to, this is a really high-end product. And if you want to make sure that it's genuine, you break the seal on it. And then maybe you wrap it back up. I know that sort of defeats the purpose, but at the same time, as scammers and people faking products become better and better, we may have no choice in the future. And in the end, you may have to come to that decision of, do I want to make sure that I have a genuine product, or do I want to take the risk and keep it, sealed? So just something to consider. All right, let's see. One more question here, and then we are going to call it a night, everybody. Let's see. So here we go. Can you give any tips for Spanish first edition base set cards? There's no information here in Spain. Well, first of all, welcome here from Spain. Really awesome. I saw we have another person here from Australia. Well, thank you so much, guys. I don't know what time it is in those respective places, but I appreciate you guys being here. Let's see. So any tips for Spanish first edition base set cards? There's no information here in Spain. It's it's tough. I wish I could give you more info, buddy, because I'm not sure of the resources that's at your disposal in Spain. I mean, ultimately, I'm not sure what information or any tips that you're looking at. If you're looking at to authenticate, or if you're looking to garner products. It's just really tough. I think if you're looking to purchase, you can always go out onto places like, I'm sure you guys have it at your disposal, places like eBay. You can purchase from the States, different parts of the world. And Spanish cards are out there, so those Spanish base sets are out there. But chances are you're going to have to buy it from abroad, because I'm just not familiar with the resources in Spain. But and I'm sorry I don't have more information for you, my friend. But again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Like I said, whatever time it is where you're at in Spain, I appreciate you being here. So the Stacking Stoner says, what are we considering low PSA pop? Sub 300 PSA 10, sub 100? I think it depends, which is a good question. I think it depends because, for instance, you can look at, we'll call it, PSA 10 or PSA 9 base set Charizard hollow. The PSA or the pop report on that is over 4,000. So I think I guess I made a little bit more of a generalization when I said pop report, because I think you not only have to look at the total number for the pop report, but you also have to look at the demand or the potential demand for that particular product. So for instance, Charizard, even though 4,000 PSA 9s in that pop report, it may seem like a lot, but if there is 200,000 people out there that are trying to get a PSA 9 Charizard, well, it's a case of supply and demand. Even that 4,000 PSA 9 pop report doesn't meet the needs of the people trying to garner them. Now, if you had that same kind of pop report for, I don't know, base set Squirtle PSA 9 or PSA 10, then yeah, that's it. Probably it's not going to hold the same kind of value that a Charizard would, because it's also a matter of supply and demand as well. So I think you make a good point there. You have to look at those different factors as well. What is the demand for that particular card? What is the pop report on that card? How difficult is that card to grade in the first place? It's one of the reasons why the Evolutions Charizard is starting to go for a higher price, because to be honest, Evolutions, they did not have a very good print run for Evolutions, and so those cards were not in the best condition. So that's why those Charizards you're seeing going for good money now, because it's really tough to get in a PSA 10. So Stacking Stoner, you reeled me in, brother. You made me bring that to a more clear-cut answer, and I appreciate that, my friend. I really appreciate that. All right, let's see here. I think it's 2 a.m. in Barcelona. Sleeping is overrated. Yeah. Well, hey, man, again, welcome. So cool to see people from all over the world joining in. It's just crazy to me. All right, one last question, I promise. Last question. Let's see. So just pokey and fun, do you have a business license? How easy is it to get one? Is it trainable online, or where to start? So, as far as business license, really what you can do is you can just go out, set yourself up as a business entity. So probably your state's website. I know here in Arizona, really simple. I go onto the state's website. You can set yourself up as a business entity. I would probably start out with, setting yourself as a sole proprietor or a single member LLC. Basically, they just want to see that you are in fact a business entity, and then you can go about the process of actually becoming a distributor. So, and you'll want to look at different resources out there. What I would do, quick Google search, just go out and say distributor's license, look what the licensing requirements are in your particular state or area. But as far as just becoming a business entity, super simple for the most part. At least I know it is here in Arizona. Really simple. You probably want to set up a business checking account as well, just to make things really simple, especially if you are doing a lot of sales. At the end of the year, just makes tax. It makes your taxes a lot easier that way, whether you're doing them or whether somebody else is doing them. All right, I think that is going to do it for tonight. Let's see. I just want to run through any last questions here, just see if there's one last one that really stands out to me. Rico Gueder, thanks for being here, my friend. Glad you're here for the first one. Oh yeah, we are only at 79 likes, guys. So do me a favor. I didn't tell you guys at the beginning of the stream. So let's go ahead and do it together now. All right, everybody together. Go ahead and double slap attack. One for that like button, one for that subscribe button, especially if it's your first time here. Slap that subscribe button. And if you haven't done so already, if you want to be notified each and every time one of these live streams comes online, go ahead and thunder punch that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video. All right, guys, let's get those likes to 100 real quick here. I'm going to go ahead and answer one final question. All right, hey, just taking a look at Burning Shadows booster box. Where would you recommend buying a box at that is trusted? In the UK, these boxes seem to be going for $400 compared to $250-ish US. Let's go ahead and just take a look real quick. I just want to see. I know I love Troll and Toad, so I would recommend that. So let me just see what they've got, if they've got any. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, let me make sure. So it's a little bit higher. Let me go ahead and bring you guys in. Okay, So this is trollandtoad.com. Now, I know we were talking about $250. It's a little more steep than that. But Troll and Toad, guys, this is a trusted website. They are a third-party dealer for all Pokemon card products. You know, very trusted resource. I've utilized them a lot in the past. But it looks like right now, you know, without shipping or anything like that, it looks like $275 for a Burning Shadows booster box. So a little bit higher here, but I still think, you know, good resource. And if you guys haven't checked out Troll and Toad, then I would definitely do so, because they are a great resource to use. So I think that is going to do it, guys. We are at 101 likes, which I appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you so much for getting this over that 100 like threshold. I really appreciate it, guys. And remember, we've got this giveaway coming up December 4th. We are going to have a live box break of this Vivid Voltage booster box. At that time, I will also be doing the giveaway for the Vivid Voltage Elite Trainer box. We will have the 8 packs of Guardians Rising and Cosmic Eclipse. Plus, I'm pretty sure Kurt is going to throw in another Elite Trainer box for that winner. So be looking out for that, guys. As I said, the upload on the Wednesday prior to the box break is when I will have you guys go in, put your comments in, and that's how we will draw the winner. But you want to make sure that you are both subscribed to the channel as well as to Commander Curtis's Pokemon Card Market Report. Again, the links to that are down in the video description below. Other than that, you guys can look forward to the first episode of the Pokemon Purveyors podcast dropping on next Tuesday, November 24th. So we got a lot coming down the pipeline, guys. A lot coming down the pipeline. I'm so excited. We are so close to 5,000 subscribers, and honestly, I don't see it slowing down. I really don't see it slowing down. You guys are awesome. You guys provide so much support for the channel, and as I said, I will do my absolute best to try to make everything as great as I possibly can. I will continue to put out the best content that I possibly can, and I'm just so excited to see where this channel goes, and I'm excited to have you all along for this journey. So that is going to do it, guys. Other than that, I will see you all next time. My name is PokéNav. I'm here to help you navigate the world of Pokemon one video at a time, and I will see you all in the next video.